I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy and also 100% of all trophies by finishing all DLCs on Doom Eternal. This is supposed to be quite an easy Platinum with a difficulty of 4 out of 10, but I think it should be bumped to at least a 7 because of one horrible trophy.
Bro, this is impossible!
There's no difficulty based trophies, but we do need to do 2 playthroughs. One for completing the game and getting all collectibles, and one for playing on extra lives mode and finishing with 10 lives left. This mode is permadeath if you run out of lives, so I'll be doing this on easy. But you know I'm cranking the difficulty up as an extra challenge for the first playthrough.
Sneaky.
So we start off by finding out demons are taking out Earth, and we zip down to save the day. I pick up the chainsaw straight away, which is needed to refill ammo by cutting through demons and picking up my first collectible and weapon mod, which I need to collect all of for some trophies. I bump into the first of 3 Hell Priests and help him out by straightening his crown, before getting my first trophy for 33 unique glory kills. I come face to face with the Can Maker, who is the main bad guy behind all this, and get another trophy for finishing the first level. Back at the Doom base, I'm given my first Sentinel Crystal, which is used to upgrade health, armor, or ammo, and get a trophy. And of course, I need to find all of these through the game to get another trophy. My next stop was Azultia, where I needed to find a Celestial Locator to find the other 2 Hell Priests, and while here I learned about weapon points, which you earn by clearing all demons in a level. These points are used to upgrade mods, and when a mod is fully upgraded you can complete a mastery challenge to unlock a permanent perk for that mod. And, you guessed it, we need all masteries for a trophy. Carrying on, I meet the ghost of King Novak and get the locator, but it needs to be charged, so I travel to Hell and pick up my favourite gun in the game, the plasma rifle. This helped me blast my way through to the first Slayer Gate. Slayer Gates are optional challenges that, when completed, award you with a key that can be used in the Doom base. You need 6 keys to unlock a special weapon, which we'll find out later on, which of course comes with a trophy, and I also earned a trophy for completing the first gate. Back in Hell we visit this guy called the Betrayer, who charges our locator for us. Doesn't seem like a move someone called the Betrayer would do, but hey ho. Then we dip out back to the Doom base, where I found out about another collectible which has trophies attached to it, and this one is just for suit upgrades. But now that I've got my Celestial Locator, I can head out for the next Hell Priest. I found a secret at the start of this level which I have no idea what it's meant to be a reference to. I'm assuming this weird fish thing is supposed to reference something. I found 3 of these on only this level, so if anyone could let me know exactly what these are, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, back to the trophies. And moving on through the level, I pick up another 2. First one for getting 666 demon kills, and the second one for completing a suit perk category. As I got closer and closer to the next Hell Priest, he starts to tease his guardian that I'll have to take on before I can help fix his crown as well. But since I have my favourite gun, this guy was no challenge on his own.
Here we go. Ah, bit.
But I might have been proven wrong a couple seconds later.
Light work. Oh, no way, there's 2 of them.
I finished these guys off pretty easy, and then finished off the Hell Priest, and then collected my trophy for killing them all.
The hunters became the hunted.
There's not much to explain on the next level. We find out the Can Maker is hidden the last Hell Priest again. So before we find him, we go back to Earth to destroy a huge nest which is sending demons. And on this level, I pick up a trophy for collecting a total of 20 lives.
Extra lives.
Throughout the level so far, I've been picking up these things called Sentinel batteries, which are used to unlock doors on the Doom base that have collectibles and upgrades behind them. So when we're back on the base, I got a trophy for using 8 batteries. Now there's only one person who can help us find the last Hell Priest, Samuel Hayden, who is also in Doom 2016, except, as you'll soon find out, he is not looking too hot anymore. On my way to him, I bumped into the most basic demon blocking me from an upgrade, who caused me way more trouble than I'd like to admit.
Get out of the way, bro. Got my Sentinel Crystal. Yo, get out the way, bro.
3 hours later.
Oh, you got so much health, man. Yo, he's gonna kill me.
That was closer than any boss fight I've had so far. Just before I got to Samuel Hayden, I pick up this, which will be important later on, and intimidate a scientist.
Yeah, get out of the way, pussy.
Considering he's looking a bit beat up, I carefully remove Sam to take him back to the Doom base before I was rudely interrupted by a marauder. These guys really put a spanner in some encounters because you have to keep them at medium range. Too far and they'll throw their axe, too close and they have a shield. You can only hit them when their eyes flash green. I eventually take him out and get Sam back to the Doom base, where he tells us where the last Hell Priest is located, and we can only get there by going through a portal in the centre of Mars, and then gave me a warning.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
Spoiler alert, we're definitely shooting a hole through the centre of Mars. With that taken care of, I move on and pick up a trophy for fully upgrading my health, and then another one after taking the portal at the core of Mars. The portal took me to the last Hell Priest location, but we know the drill by now. We have to kill their guardian before we can get to them. This level is only a boss fight against this guy. This fight has two phases. In the first phase we can only hit him when the shield's eyes turn green. At the end of the first phase I destroy the shield, so now he has two weapons and can do this wave electricity attack which leaves him wide open. I finish him off and then interrupt the Hell Priest mid-sentence, and just as the guards are coming I get out of there to grab my trophy for beating the level. Back at the Doom base, the power is gone and some demons jump me. The Can Maker let us know that they'll be resurrecting the Icon of Sin, who is a Titan. After clearing out the demons, I restored power with this important thing, before travelling to the next level to get a Slayer's Crucible, which is the only weapon that can take out a Titan. On my way to get the Crucible, I come across the last Slayer Gate and finish it to get a trophy for finishing all Slayer Gates. After pulling the Crucible out of a dead Titan, of course I had to go and try this thing out.
Oh, you joking?
Now that I'd gotten all that anger out of me, I was fine to go back through the level and pick up another 2 trophies, one for collecting all the collectibles on this level, and one for finishing it and getting the Crucible. So I'm coming up to the end of the campaign at this point, which means I started getting a lot of trophies for finishing collectibles, starting by using all of my keys from the Slayer Gates to unlock the Unmaker back at the Doom base.
Nice one, meet your Unmaker.
My next step was to defeat the Can Maker, but the only way to get to where she is by climbing a tower in a place called Necrovol, where I found the last suit token that I needed to fully upgrade my suit and get another trophy.
Let's go. They're all my favourite.
I get to the top of the tower and break 2 chains that are held up by a couple of big boys, opening a portal to the Can Maker's world. When we get there, we interrupt a little summoning ceremony and stab the heart that controls the Icon of Sin, which is good because now the Can Maker can't control it, but bad for us because now it wants to go and destroy Earth. It knocks us off the platform on the way out, straight down onto our last collectible toy for our toy collection.
Playset sold separately.
And then 2 seconds after that, we collect our last album for our record collection and our last cheat for all the cheat codes. On my way back to the portal to Earth, the Can Maker makes one last ditch attempt to try and stop me. This was actually a really fun boss fight. Basically, you attack her until the shield is down, then grapple in with the shotgun and give her a fat haymaker 6 times.
Yeah, one more.
After she's down, I hop in the portal and collect my trophy for beating the Can Maker,
Also fun.
and head back to Earth where I collect my last codex page and my last weapon mastery, before coming face to face with the Icon of Sin itself. Again, this was another fun boss fight. It was 2 phases with the same mechanic. In the first phase you have to blow off pieces of its armour before it does a runner, and then the second phase you have to blow off chunks of its body, and then you get 2 trophies. One for defeating the Icon of Sin, and one for finishing the game. If I'm honest, I kinda wish I did go on the hardest difficulty, as this playthrough was quite easy, but the hardest trophy was yet to come in the multiplayer, and believe me, this one took me by surprise. The multiplayer is basically 2v1 and best of 5 rounds. 2 people play as demons and 1 person plays as the Slayer, and every single trophy in this was a grind. The 6 trophies are on screen now, and honestly, it must have taken me close to 10 hours to grind these out. 5 of these weren't too difficult, they just took a long time, so I'll put a montage of them popping. Now this 1 bronze trophy was the single hardest trophy in the game, and the worst part is, I thought I nailed it first try. So basically, you have to kill 8 players with all 8 weapons. This is the 7 original weapons you start with, and then the BFG, which you can only use if the match makes it to round 3. I thought this would be easy, and actually, in my first game, which is on screen, I got all 8 kills, but the trophy didn't pop. So I did a bit of research and saw that I wasn't the only person having trouble with this. It turns out that in order for the kill with the BFG to count, you need to kill both players at the same time with it. This makes this trophy so much harder, because on top of that, the actual damage this weapon does is trash. So for a rundown, I need to make sure the game gets to round 3, which means I have to win at least one round. And then, when I actually get the BFG, I need to get both players' healths low before I even try to get them close enough so I can hit them both with one shot. The RNG on this one is crazy, and this is how I felt after a bunch of tries.
Bro, this is impossible.
I started to lose faith, and reached out to the Doom Eternal subreddit, but no one responded to my cries for help. I was on my own. But that wasn't going to stop me, and I wasn't giving up, and the next day, this happened. By the way, look at my health as I get this.
Right, they're both still weak, they're both still weak. This is my chance. Come on, weapons expert, got it, let's go. That was a grind, man.
Yeah, it's safe to say I was happy to get that one out of the way. Now onto the DLCs. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail around the story, but basically, in the Ancient Gods Part 1, we find out that by killing the Card Maker, we gave Hell a chance to rule all realms again. So we need to find an old ally called the Seraphim, who tells us that to stop the demons, we need the Father's Life Sphere to bring him back, but instead, we destroy it and take the Dark Lord's Life Sphere, in hopes that we can destroy him and destroy all demons for good. As we're about to resurrect the Dark Lord, the Seraphim becomes a demon, we beat him and resurrect the Dark Lord, who we find out is a copy of the Doom Guy. There isn't a lot to show in terms of trophies. There's 7 trophies in total, and to achieve them, all I needed to do was complete all missions, get all collectibles, and play through on Extra Lives mode with enough lives in my inventory at the end of the DLC. The Ancient Gods Part 2 is more of the same. The Dark Lord says we can fight him in ritual combat, but before we do, we go and recruit some fellas to come help us battle our way to him on his own turf, before fighting him as the final boss in the entire game. He asks us if we'd have anything we'd like to say to him, and in classic Doom Guy fashion we respond. The trophy situation is the exact same. 7 overall for completing levels, collectibles, and Extra Lives mode.
Come on. Thank you.
Annoyingly, my recording corrupted for the Extra Lives playthrough of the Ancient Gods Part 1 and the Horde mode trophies, except for this one for completing the first Horde mode mission. So sorry I don't have the footage, but I'm still ticking them up on the counter. So now that I got all the trophies on the DLCs, the only 2 trophies between me and this platinum was to finish a level with a specific cheat enabled and to do an Extra Lives playthrough, and then it's 1 more platinum in the collection. The Master of Fasting cheat just stops enemies from dropping health, so I enabled it and loaded up the first level on the easiest difficulty and ran through all the demons for the trophy, and then fired up my Extra Lives playthrough for the last trophy, and before I knew it, I was back in front of the Icon of Sin, taking it down with my favourite weapon and bringing home the platinum.
That's it, yeah? Yes, running up the high score, give me that platinum. Give me that platinum.
If you stuck around to see me get the platinum, then thanks a lot for watching. This is only my second video, so if you want to see me platinum Ollie Ollie World in my first video, then click here. Safe.